How slaves developed skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. Donalds told me yes, that section needs some adjustments.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Quisha King Show. So you guys have heard by now probably Byron Donalds, presidential candidate, Tim Scott, Lawrence Jones from Fox News, and a plethora of other Black conservatives or other conservatives, not particularly Black ones, that are pushing back on the Florida standard, saying maybe we need to tweak the language just a little bit,
Obviously, slavery was terrible in our country. It was terrible for Black people coming to America, and it was just flat out wrong, no doubt about that.
Slaves developed skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. Donalds told me yes, that section needs some adjustments.
The talking point narrative around it, yeah, it sounds awful. Like nobody should be accepting of that. But when you read through the standards, they actually did a very good job in covering all aspects of Black history in the United States.
Donalds called the new African American history standards good, robust, accurate. Just that the messaging of that one section is wrong and can be fixed.
I think the best way to accomplish it at this point is working with the State Board of Education to bring refinement to that topic.
And even if the section stays in the standards, Donalds told me he has faith no one will leave the classroom thinking slavery was in any way beneficial.
I have no doubt about that. Because at the end of the day, with what is in there now, it's crystal clear to me that slavery was one of the darkest stains on our country. No doubt, there's no way to get around that.
As a country founded upon freedom, the greatest deprivation of freedom was slavery. There's no silver lining in freedom, in slavery. The truth is that anything you can learn, that any benefits that people suggest you had during slavery, you would have had as a free person. What slavery was really about separating families, about mutilating humans, and even raping their wives. It was just devastating. So I would hope that every person in our country, and certainly running for president, would appreciate that. And listen, people have bad days. Sometimes they regret what they say. And we should ask them again to clarify their positions. As a country founded upon freedom, the greatest deprivation.
I'm going to try to remain calm because this is really pissing me off, quite frankly. And I've lost a little bit of respect for some of these individuals because when you're telling the truth, which is what has been said that we need about Black history, we need to teach the truth, teach the truth. Okay, we're teaching the truth and you don't want to hear it. We need to tweak the language because the truth is a little bit too much for you to bear. No, we don't need to tweak the language. And really, we're only saying we need to tweak the language because Kamala and the Democrats want you to tweak the language. You never cave to the left. You never cave to the left. Why? Because when you cave to those who are doing evil, because I believe that's what they're doing, what does that make you? These people have pushed porn in schools. They're pushing delusion to children, telling boys they could be girls and girls they could be boys. They're co-signing children, cutting off their healthy body parts. For what? For something that is scientifically impossible. So you never cave to the left. And for Byron, for Lawrence, for Tim Scott, or anybody, Byron and Tim and Lawrence and all of these other Black Republicans who think we need to tweak the line. The funny thing about it is they're not saying that it's wrong. You're not saying that what was said is wrong. You're just saying that, it makes people feel a certain way. It makes people, because the Democrats said it. They were the ones that came out and said, oh, we need to be all up in arms about this. And y'all were like, oh, I think you're right. Nonsense. Instead of saying, no, these kids need to learn this information because this is not saying what you're thinking, that what you're claiming that it's saying. Byron literally said everything about it is good. And even if the line is not tweaked, that's what he said. Even if the line is not fixed, he has faith that Florida, the teachers are going to properly give instruction and not make kids leave thinking that slavery was beneficial to Black people. So you really don't have any problem with the line. That's why I think this is all political. It's not conviction. Again, you're lying to the people. It's not conviction. It's because of politics, because you want people to vote for Trump. And you're going to let these evil people dictate what you say? Man, now we have the CBC coming out and saying they want the Department of Justice to investigate it. You know what? Go ahead, investigate it. I want you to investigate it, because the more we investigate, the more that people will see that it was the Democrats who were the cause of all of this brutality. So yeah, let's have an investigation, shall we? Let's do it.
Gary Phillips from Associated Press. You made a reference there about DOE and also Justice Department potentially looking at Florida. Has the caucus actually made an official request to those two departments to actually examine some of the things that are going on in Florida?
We have.
With the Department of Education?
We met with Secretary Cardona yesterday. We have issued formal letters to the Secretary as well as to the Attorney General. We have discussed with the White House the need to have a very aggressive legal strategy to, one, uphold the law, which our colleagues stated repeatedly that there is still law that needs to be upheld and enforced, and to be clear what some of these decisions did not do, because there's a lot of misinformation.
Let's do it. Oh, I'm oppressed. Oh, I gotta depend on the state. Just depend on the state, the same state that enslaved you. Let me have more dependency on that government. Let me give you more of my freedom. It's a mentality. They believe in the state. That's why Republicans are like, less government. Is government necessary? Yes, it is. But we need less of it, because as slavery proved, the more you give over to the government, the more of your freedoms that they have. And yes, these people were forced, but it was still a state-forced institution. Now we have Black people who willingly give over their freedom to the state. And I will not tweak the language. I will not cave to the left, because they're lying. They are lying about what it says. Why would I cave to a lie? This is why you look like punks. The left will come and dog walk you day after day and make you submit. You submit, and then they want you to submit again. This is why nobody takes you seriously. How are you going to cave to people who want to push porn on your kids? Man, y'all got me all the way messed up. I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed by these men who would want to cave to the left on a lie in hopes that this is somehow going to win Black people to the Republican Party. No, it will never. That will never win anybody to the Republican Party. You know why? Because people can smell BS. So if you think lying to them, trying to see, oh, we're not like those other Republicans who tell you the truth. Why would, if you sound just like a Democrat, why would I come over to the Republican Party? If you sound like what I already got and I'm more familiar with, why would I come to you? When I ran Black Voices for Trump, I had honest conversations with people. And you know what? They were listening. That's why we were able to flip so many people. Why do you think Ron DeSantis had over 100,000 Black moms that were voting for him? He was giving them the truth. He understands school choice. It makes sense. Parents understood that. They wanted that. He over-delivered. You think all these 1 million plus votes that Ron DeSantis got in Florida was just from white people? Y'all stupid. If you really think that, I got a bridge to sell you. No. Give them the truth. Let them decide. If we can't give kids inspiration in this time when they need it now more than ever, then what the freak are we even talking about? People can sniff out when you're inauthentic. That's why people are coming after Byron Donalds, because we know he's not telling the truth. This is like proof. We know he's not telling the truth. Oh, everything is good. I think it's robust. But we just need to tweak the line a little bit. Why? Because the Democrats told you to? Man, get the freak out of my face. This is ridiculous. Grown men up here, we got to tweak it. because the truth is too much. Man, please. No. Stop being punks. It is what it is. If you don't like it, tough cookies. That's what happened. You should be proud. What did you want the slaves to do? To just lay down there and just what? What is the alternative? That's what I want to know. All y'all people out here who think that those slaves were not supposed to use their skin, and yes, they used it during slavery too. How do you think they bought their freedom? How did they buy their freedom then? If they weren't using their skills outside of the plantation to go make money, how do you think they bought their freedom? And it wasn't just financial skills that they picked up. They picked up endurance. They literally were having some of the most traumatic times of their lives. If you don't find something that can keep you with some kind of hope, you'll go crazy. So is that what y'all would have preferred them do? I don't understand what is the alternative? To lay down there and take it? Shoot, y'all got me all the way messed up. This is ridiculous. Kids are so weak today that because they got people telling them, oh, well, you can't, something bad happened to you. You got to just take it. There ain't nothing for you to do. That's why they're struggling. Nobody is showing these babies that you can make it through this. Look at what you do have. Take something that you have and go and make something out of that. No, we want to teach the kids. Oh my God, you're never going to be anything. You just have to. That is driving these babies crazy. Look at the suicide rates. Look at the mental health. Why? Because we're not giving them what they need to make their lives better. We're not helping them recognize the blessing that they have in the struggle. Y'all cannot tell me that there are situations in your life where when you look back, it was good that you were afflicted because it helped you get to another level in your life. We hear this at church all the time. And every last one of y'all will be in there amening. But when it comes to slavery and politics, somehow you lose all your brain cells and you don't know how to take that principle and apply it to this circumstance. The struggle toughens you up. You got to go through the fire so you can come out refined. Diamonds, the pressure of diamonds is what makes it beautiful. The deeper in the earth that it is, the more pressure that it has on it, the more beautiful the diamond. This principle is literally in so many different things, not only in human beings, but in the earth. Shameful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.